Thank y'all for making this group call. And once again, if you're new to this program, we'll be doing this group call. We kind of talk about, our success during the week, our struggles that we had during the week. That way we can have people as a collective tag team your issue. All right. So let me just see who we got on the call right now. I see LaShonda.
Thank
I
you
see Kim. So LaShonda, I already know that you won't be able to make it on the call for too long. So, do you have any questions just in general? What you got going on?
You're talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, yeah, you already know. I've already texted you my issues.
Okay, so let's talk about it now.
I worked out, I did everything, and I still stayed the same. I gained 2, even though I had a dark ketone. I even worked out. I walked for 30 minutes yesterday. Did the elliptical for 10 minutes yesterday. Went to bed at 9:30. Reread my sleep section in your book. Still 2:11 this morning.
Okay.
7 bucks in 3 days.
Okay, so if you take a wild guess as to what happened, what would you say?
Not being able to sleep soundly.
Okay, so do you know that's for a fact? Because that's your main issue, or no?
I have several issues. You already know that. So.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the only thing. Like I said, I set it up to where my baby went to sleep at between 11 and 11:15. I was in bed right behind him at 11:30. TV been off since 9:30. Took my GABA, took the other stuff, took my valerian root, all of that, and I still stayed up a couple of hours.
Okay.
I even sent you a picture of my sleep schedule, and I didn't go to sleep till like 1 something.
Okay. So then, if that's the case, you said you went to sleep around what something?
I laid down at 11:30, but I didn't go to sleep till like after 1.
Okay. Now, you laying down is not the same as you going to sleep, right? And ladies, we already know that, right? Okay. If I have the money to pay for the bill, but I didn't pay for the bill, what's going to happen the very next day?
Say that again, sir?
If I have money to pay for the bill, it's just sitting in my bank account, but I choose not to submit the payment to the bill, and it's due that day, what's going to happen the very next day?
It's going to be late?
It's going to be late. It's going to be a penalty, right? So LaShonda is in the bed. She's trying to go to sleep, but she's not asleep until 1 o'clock. And you're supposed to be asleep ideally. If your goal is to most definitely see the scale drop before midnight, you can't expect that. So I never want y'all to psych yourselves out. If you know, hey, I've been up since 12 o'clock. I've been up since 12:30. Definitely 1 o'clock. Don't expect the scale to drop. That's why every single time, if you pay attention, for the ladies who used to go out to the clubs, for some odd reason, after the club, the scale goes up every single time. And I probably didn't eat as much. You're stressing your body out. You are forcing your body to release cortisol. When cortisol is in your system, you're going to retain more water weight. Simple. So anytime, ladies, you went to sleep after midnight, do not expect the scale to drop. It won't. Don't play yourself. That doesn't mean you didn't lose fat that day. That doesn't mean you had a lost day, but that means you just delayed your gratification. So that's why LaShonda.
I was dropping weight,
That's why LaShonda last week was telling me after our last call, hey Trey, quote unquote, I'm at basically, let's say 216. But then at the end of the week, I told her to focus on her sleep. She magically hit 209, 212. Did she really lose 7 pounds in the course of a week or 8 pounds in the course of a week? No. She already been there. She just was doing things naturally to force her body not to show it on the scale. And that's what she is tracking. But if she was tracking her measurements every single day, even though the scale says stall, she'll realize that, oh, my pants fit a little bit better. My shirt got a little bit more room. She's not paying attention to these visual cues, though. Okay?
I need to start doing that.
So that's why, ladies, I do not want you to be a slave to the scale. Especially if you know you didn't optimize your sleep. Because after you eating right, it is sleep. So I'm going to keep repeating myself. I don't care how much you're working out in the gym. I don't care if you only ate one meal that day. If you did not get an adequate amount of sleep, which is like saving progress on a computer, you're not going to see the scale drop. Sleep is more important for women than men because y'all go through more hormonal fluctuations than us. That's why you see some women say, hey, Trey, I don't eat bad, but I got a fupa. Oh, because I'm also getting 4 hours of sleep every single night too. That's why. That's called a stress-induced belly. There's something called stress-induced diabetes. There's something called stress-induced hypertension. So some of y'all might be women who y'all kind of do live a healthier lifestyle, but because you are not getting at least 6 hours of sleep a night, you're getting stress-induced diseases. Because that's how important sleep is. That's why people who work a graveyard shift, which means I'm trading in time for money, are the fastest people to die on earth. You gotta sleep, y'all. Alright, so don't play yourself if you know it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you was in the streets all night. Not saying that's what LaShonda was doing. But, oh yeah, woke up at 6 o'clock too, because I gotta get my day started. But Trey, why the scale went up? All I ate was 10 strawberries, because you didn't get no sleep. That's why. Okay? Alright. So now, LaShonda, to kind of mitigate what you got going on, you said you was in the bed by 11 o'clock. But now, if I was watching you like a fly on the wall, at 11:15, what would I see you doing?
Laying in bed.
Doing what?
Well, I go ahead and switch everything to my phone. Well, I did that at 9:30, and I was listening to an audiobook. Nope, I was watching a comedy show, and I didn't touch it. And then at 11:30, I switched over to an audiobook, but I don't have anything to watch. I'm just listening. That's how I go to sleep. That's how I try to go to sleep.
Was this an audiobook that you actually care for?
Yes, and I know it word for word, so.
Then that's not ideal. You listening to an audiobook that you care for is not ideal. Cause that's like me trying to watch my favorite movie at 11:30. And because I know the parts, my brain already know what to expect. I'm gonna stay up to hear my favorite part. So that's why when I say, ladies, at whatever time that you're trying to go to sleep, I'm still saying watch something, but watch it on your phone. The reason why is because on your phone is not as big of a screen as that TV. But also, I say watch something that it could be on, you don't really care for. So that means me, I'm the type where no matter what happens, if I put on something on Netflix and it's a movie, I'm going to sleep. I'm not putting on a series, so I'm going to stay up. If I put on a movie, 30 minutes or less, I'm asleep. I don't care how much I care about that movie. That's me. That's how I'm built. So put on something that you don't really care for. Don't put on your favorite movie attempting to go to sleep. It's not happening.
You know what? You're absolutely right, because I would be, when I kind of fall asleep, I kind of wake up.
You hear
I'm
that
like,
part.
oh crap, I missed that part.
Exactly.
I turn around and rewind it because I missed that chapter. So I get, I do. I didn't even think about that. I do. I go back and I rewind it because I missed it. To hear it again, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Ladies, I'm true to this, not new to this. Okay? So, and we didn't map and plan that out. So just remember, put on something where, honestly, it's new to you. So put on a new movie. So I don't put on a movie that I watched before when I'm trying to go to sleep. I put on a brand new movie so I don't know what to expect. So if it's a snooze fest, I'm going to sleep. Even easier. Okay?
I didn't even think of that, because I do wake up through the night and start it back over. You're right. You're right.
And the reason why I can relate is because I used to do exactly what you used to do. So I get it. Okay? But I just do it when podcasts is. So same thing, same concept. All right. So ladies.
So it's better to watch instead of listening?
Not listen. You want to use all senses. That's what's going to tire your brain out. When you're listening, it's cool. But the thing that's going to really make you fall asleep is your optics. Okay? Because let's be real. If you're looking at an ocean and you hear the ocean and you're on the beach, for some odd reason, you're going to feel, because you can see what you got going on, you're going to sleep a little bit more soundly, or you're able to take a nap on the beach. But try to go sleep on the beach with your eyes closed. You're going to listen to any little thing. Somebody approaching your chair. Waves might be crashing a little bit too close to you. You're going to be more sensitive because you took away a sense. Okay? So if you got eyes, your brain wants to use that. So that's why I say watch TV while you're falling asleep. Just watch it on your phone. Okay?
And don't touch the screen and don't scroll.
Don't
Just
touch the
let it
screen.
play.
Just prop it up, let it play. Just let it play.
Wow.
Okay? Try that out.
Brilliant as always. Thank you, sir.
No problem, no problem.
'Cause I've been mad for 3 days. I've been mad.
It's all good. I bet you're gonna drop tonight. How about that?
I hope so. I will definitely get it. I gotta go. Thank you.
I know. All right, I'll see you soon. All right,
Bye bye.
so who I want to speak to now? Ashley, how you doing? And then Katisha, you next. I see you. Yeah,
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, Ash. How you been?
Good. I just came home from I was away for like 2 weeks.
I
Oh,
see.
yeah, I was in Kansas City.
Okay, how was that?
That's fine. I was with my family and my nieces, my nephews. I gained about 4 pounds, which is shocking. Not, That's actually amazing for me because usually I can go away. Well, before this program, I would go away for like a weekend, 4 days, and I'll gain like 7, 8 pounds, like a minimum.
That's amazing for anybody. So I always tell my clients, and Ashley was affiliated. You're my client though. I'll call you my client. But basically, if you gain anything less or no more than 3 pounds in a week span out in the city or out in, on vacation, whatever the case may be, that is a plus. Especially because you did your quote unquote vacation or being out of town in America. It is
Right.
way harder for you to maintain your weight going out of town in America due to the additives they do to the food, opposed to you going to Colombia or you going to Europe, etc. Okay? So that's a win, period. So how was the
Mhm.
food? Was the food trash out there? That's why you didn't gain so much weight or what?
No. I did cook. I cooked because I got a lot of nieces and nephews, and I'm like, we not eating out every day. They like to do Chick-fil-A and all kind of crap. So
Yeah.
I cooked. I cooked a few times, but I had some cousins treat me to like Mod's Pizza, some spot where you
Yeah.
make your own pizza, and I ate that whole thing.
Of course. As
I
you should.
spread it out in the day, but yeah, I ate. I went to something called a tacos and tequila event. I ate. I
Okay.
mean, I had some bomb cookies. I was living, but I had like I knew when I was going to tacos and tequila, I made sure I pushed my window closer to the event that I was going out to. My cousin, my dad's side, he's Belizean, so my one of my family members made this thing called panadas, which is a Spanish thing, and I knew I was eating, so she told us dinner was at 6 o'clock, so I had like a bunless burger around two something, or I would say one something, and then by 5 o'clock we were eating, and I was done. So even though it's this thing called corn masa with fish and cabbage, I made sure I didn't like eat too crazy or eat too much that day. But I got back Tuesday and I've already lost 6.8 pounds. So um,
So are you telling me that you gained 4 pounds
four,
out there, you
and
lost
lost
that 4 pounds, and lost an additional 2 pounds?
2.8. Put
Music
some
to my
respect on
ears. So what did you have to
as of
do
this morning.
in order for you to
Yeah.
get back?
So I focused on I did no man made food. Um, I was basically eating boiled eggs, um, fish, salmon. I just did real clean, and I was eating raw vegetables like broccoli and the cottage cheese, peppers. But basically, I changed my hours because I used to be 1 to 7, but I changed it to 11 to 5, and that has helped tremendously. So like when I go to work, I've been making these. They're like a bootleg Starbucks egg white red pepper egg bites,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call them. So I make them. I put cottage cheese, low fat cottage cheese, low fat mozzarella. I bake them in like a brownie dish, a little square dish, and then I cut them in squares. So by the time I'm at work and it's 11 o'clock, I bust those down with some like turkey bacon, and then I'm like legit full, and then I'll have my ground meat or chicken, and that's what I've been doing. And then I get off of work at 4 o'clock. I get home by 4:30, so I have my last meal when I come home. And prepping my food has helped me not like look crazy for things, and that's how I legit got down 6.8. I remember you telling somebody on one of the calls who was going to do a 48-hour fast. You said, "How about you just do no man-made foods?" And then I got so that's what I did, and then of course I'm in ketosis or purple, whatever the hell you want to call it. Yeah.
It's really that simple, Ashley. So you're a student of the game, and that's why I commend women like you, because you once again understood the assignment, and that's why I know for 100% fact, after you get to your ultimate goal weight, you're never going to get it back. Okay? It's because you understand the why. So ladies, 48-hour fast is a tool in the toolbox. That is not the end all be all. That is not like, damn, okay, I got caught stealing a Chanel bag, so I got to do 5 years in prison. Jesus. Nah, sometimes you just got to do this community service that you do not want to do. It might be for 2,000 hours, but at least you don't got to go to jail.
That part.
Okay? The community service is, dang, I really want this Quest cookie. And you know what? I like the way how I hook up my little Nick's ice cream. Can't have it. Now I got to eat these berries. But you're still free. You see what I'm saying? So if you decide to eat nothing man-made for 2 to 3 days, I will kind of guarantee you, especially because your bodies is already taught how to run off body fat, you're going to kind of get the exact same results. Now, of course, you're going to get a little bit faster results if you do a 40-hour fast, but it's not that deep. I would rather y'all learn how to fix my relationship with food than you cutting out food completely. Period.
And I'm walking, of course. I make sure I do at least a mile in the morning and a mile in the evening. Or I try to at least do 2 miles.
Makes sense. So, ladies, if you have ever had the time to step up your step count, and you know what? Me thinking back at it now, I can attest. Because right now, my body has never looked better than it did now in my entire life. And I can guarantee it. But you know what happened? I go on the walk 2 times a day. When I was in Houston, because it's hot as hell,
You gotta go early.
one and done. That's what was happening. You know? So now because Maryland's a little bit cooler, after I do my group calls, after I communicate with y'all, I'm like, you know what? It's kind of, it feels good outside. And I like being around nature. You know, I finally see trees. You don't see no trees in Houston. So I'll be going for a walk.
Yeah.
And I look at the mirror every single day, and I really cannot believe how fast my body changed from a month and a half ago, 2 months.
Kent City's like very hot, so I got up. I did my walk at like 6 in the morning.
Do
I
what
was
you
like,
gotta do.
I
Yeah,
can
that
go
makes
back to
sense.
sleep because I don't gotta work. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I want to take a nap, but it's hot as hell. It was like 100.
Oh yeah, nah, see, I ain't doing no 100.
But it was
Honestly.
not. It was good to do it between. I think I did 5, and then I did 6 a.m. And I was just walking, looking around. Got the dog. Hit
Yeah.
a mile in like 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, so just make it easy for your lifestyle, you know? So Ashley, you back on track, so we good. Keep doing your thing. All right? All right. Katisha, I see you rolling your neck a whole bunch of times. Everything all right?
Everything's okay.
Everything's okay?
Yeah.
Haven't seen you in about almost a month.
I haven't been well.
Okay.
I went away for a little while.
Okay. How you feeling today?
I'm getting better.
Getting better? Okay, that's good. All right. So, is it more like some ailment that you was dealing with, or just life?
No, I was sick. I had some respiratory issue going on, so
Okay.
I had to be on some steroids and stuff.
Okay. And that makes sense. So, ladies, one of the best things, if you are somebody who is dealing with any variation of respiratory issues, the main thing you probably might want is something called, can I share my screen on this? I actually never tried, so be mindful of me, y'all. I don't think I can. I think I could do it on the iPhone. Okay, it's all good. But basically something called quercetin. All right, quercetin and bromelain. That's one of the best things you can do. It's one of the best antioxidants and anti-inflammatory things you can have. Okay, so just check it out. Quercetin, and then I can type it in the chat, which I will actually. Then that will help tremendously. I take that every single day, and that's great for people who got allergies, asthma, dealing with some form of eczema, just anything like that. It can basically take over your Claritin or anything like that. Just letting you know. All right. But you know, you can check in anytime you want to. So who else we got? Miss Simmons, you back on track?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. So where you at
Yes,
now?
I am. So I am at 225. So hopefully that's it. I do not want to go back up. That's it for me. That's it for
Wow.
me.
God forgive me.
That's it for me. I refuse to go back up. I
Okay.
get up early. By 6:50, I am walking, and I make between 10 to 14,000 steps every day.
Okay.
Whether it was hot or not, I was out there. One day I went in the evening. I was like, all right, you know what? Nah, forget it. I'm going to go in the morning time when it's not that much cooler, but a little bit better. And the morning sun is better for you anyway.
Yes, it is.
So before 7 o'clock, I'll make my way out there, and I would walk until like about 8:15, 8:20. I'll come back. I'll do 140, 50 leg ups, and then I get my workday started.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So
Okay.
anyhow I see up, I'm gonna throw that scale through the window.
So I mean, so one thing that I love that she said once again, she has a goal in mind, and she's been on a mission since. Okay, so sometimes, ladies, we just need that accountability and that gut check to know that hey, I could be doing a little bit more. You know, and kind of like what she alluded to, just like kind of what Ashley alluded to, 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock, the sun is producing something called UAVA rays. And this is the rays that gives your body the vitamin D that it needs, which is 25 hydroxyl cholesterol. And that's the precursor for the active form of 125 dihydrocholesterol. Long story short, this is what you need if you're black. Okay? 2, it's also going to allow your body to dilate your blood vessels. Why? Because it's helping your body produce nitric oxide. So, ironically, a lot of women, especially in our community nowadays, have prediabetes and prehypertension, but then you also notice that there's a correlation because the vitamin D levels are super low, under 40 nanograms per deciliter. So that means you're not even helping your body out, and you might not really got prediabetes if you just walked outside a little bit more. Okay, so ideally, ladies, you want to get at least 30 minutes of sun rays or an hour of sun rays. So what does that mean? If you're somebody who honestly do not have the ability to walk outside, when you first wake up in the morning, at least try to do some like meditation or a yoga routine or something like that near the window. You need some version of some sun rays. Okay, all we deal with is artificial light all the time. So get some sun rays and watch how your metabolic markers look way better. All right. And the more steps you get, the more you can expect the scale to drop every single time. Every single step, you're burning a little bit of fat. So if you accumulate all them steps real quick, you're gonna notice you're gonna lose a lot of fat very quick. Okay. All right. So who is thank you for sharing, Nicole.
You're welcome.
Kim. Well, Kim, I think you left. You still here, Kim?
I'm here.
Okay. Hey, Kim, how you doing?
I'm all right.
How's your weight loss journey going?
I'm staying on track with what you told me. I had a little setback, so I had an ice cream day, but I'm back on track with. First, I had two Nick's ice creams, and then after that, I went and had regular people ice cream. I ate like a quarter of the pint.
Okay.
And then what else did I do that day? Yeah, I think that's what I did for that day. But I'm back on track.
Okay.
I'm back on track to the number. I'm back on track to the. Remember you set a goal for me?
Yeah. You on it?
Yeah, I'm back on track.
Okay. And that's cool. So now I'm glad that Kim snitched on herself too, talking about, oh, I just had an ice cream day. Okay, so ladies, there's nothing
Because it
wrong with
was
you.
really hot. It was like 100 degrees, and
Right,
all I was
right,
thinking about was ice cream. I said,
right.
you know what? I'm just gonna do it and get it over with.
So here's what I would rather y'all do. If you have an ice cream day, right? There's nothing wrong with the ice cream. It's the principle of, in the back of your head, if you know this is one of your favorite desserts or favorite snacks, and you know it's inside your house, you're going to grab it. Because you know it's there.
I didn't put it there though.
Who put it there? The
My
streets?
husband. So I went.
Y'all always like to blame it on your man or your husband, huh?
No, he has his own fridge, and I know that.
His
Yeah,
fridge.
he has a fridge in the basement.
So
in
you're
his
eating
man
from his
cave.
fridge.
Yeah, I
So that
went
means you're
down there
stealing
and
from
took
your
it.
husband.
Is it stealing though?
Y'all see what I'm talking about? Y'all see what I'm talking about, right? So she basically just went ahead and poached her husband's ice cream,
Yeah.
and it's kind of expensive too, and you're just gonna eat it all. You didn't say one, I ate two.
Yeah.
So it's fine, I get it, right? But make it inconvenient for yourself. One of my favorite snacks is ice cream and popcorn and chips. Okay? Here's the thing. Because I am aware of that, because every single time I bought some popcorn and chips, I told myself, oh, Trey, you're not going to eat this. You got to make this stretch for a whole entire week. Then I realized every single time I buy it, it only stretched for max 36 hours. The family size bag. Then that means, hey, that is a trigger. Keep it away, right? One of my biggest triggers is cookies.
Christina here. Yeah.
So when I tell y'all, because my mom's friend, who is a baker, makes the world's greatest cookies, my mom brought a dozen cookies over 4 days ago. Do you know what happened in the past 3 days?
It's gone.
Do you know who ate all the cookies?
You
Me.
ate them. Okay.
So you know who
That
had to
makes
do
sense.
extra cardio, and that's why I'm posting. Oh, y'all gotta walk a little bit more outside in the 100-degree weather. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. That's why, because I knew every single night, just like I did earlier today with my Chipotle. I had 2 cookies. Sometimes it turned into 4 some days. So you just gotta know yourself. But because I ate all the cookies now, I can't get no more cookies, and I'm not gonna allow myself to buy any more cookies. Okay? So make it easy if you got a goal in mind. We are literally products of our environment. If it's around you, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna do it. If your dad used to smoke and drink, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be smoking and drinking too. Not because you watched them do it, it's because it's convenient. It's right there. You can just do it. It's normal. Okay? So make it abnormal to have ice cream in your house. So now on a random Saturday and Sunday, if Kim really wants to have some ice cream, I want her to go ahead and put on her boots or her sandals, because it's hot as hell outside. Go to that store, get your Nick's ice cream, and be happy with it. But now you have a reason to get it, because you already lost 3 to 4 to 5 pounds that week anyways. Now enjoy your ice cream, but don't make it easy for yourself. Now you got to get up and go get it. So never have ice cream in the house if you know that's a trigger. I can have a Quest cookie in my house for 3 years, and I promise you I won't touch it. If I had some real cookies in my house, it's gone.
Yeah, they don't taste as good.
Of course. That's why I say it could be there for 3 years. I'll look at it and be like,
Turn on
I'm
the
cool.
light.
Okay?
But
So
I have
have
a
snacks in your
question,
house that you
though.
really don't care for.
But I have a question though. Like, what if you get? So I went in Whole Foods, right? And I'm riding them down the ice cream aisle trying to find something I can eat. So they have sugar-free pops that low in sugar,
Okay.
don't have no fat.
Okay.
And so I was like, maybe this is something that I can probably eat. I just ain't open it yet because we gotta have that conversation. But
Wait. Ladies, we already know the answer to this. Why do you not feel comfortable with eating something if you already know how to read the label?
yeah, because you know I like. Well, I guess I can.
You see what I'm saying? So the reason why I teach y'all how to read the label is so y'all can do something, then ask questions later. Opposed to you relying on me to approve of it. So you know what, Bridget, I want you to go ahead, because I already know you're in the house. I want you to tell me, look at the label and tell me if you can have it or not.
Man, so I looked at it real hard before I bought it because I
Real,
wasn't
real
gonna bring
hard.
it in my house.
Did you get cross-eyed reading
So
it?
it was, I was almost in tears until I found it. So I was real
Okay.
happy because I
Okay.
like my ice cream. So yes, it had zero fat and it says zero sugar, but I think
Okay.
it says three natural gram.
Okay.
Like the natural type
Three
of yeah,
three
yeah.
total sugars, but no added sugars. Got it.
Right. Let me get my Amazon account up
Oops.
because I'm not at home, so let me figure out what I bought.
You ladies are bad. Oh,
Y'all snitching on yourselves again? I want to hear it.
Which
Y'all,
one? Nick's
y'all
ice
snitching
cream?
on yourself? I want to hear it.
Daddy's home.
What y'all doing? Y'all being bad. I can hear it. So, all right. So, did y'all approve of her little snacks or whatever? Or no.
We're still waiting.
Okay. Yeah.
We're
They're
here.
called
Because
Good Pops.
what's it
Yes,
called?
I found it. It's called Good Pop,
Okay.
Watermelon, Ice Pop.
Yeah. So I try to share my screen to
100%
kind of like reflect it, but I can't do it on the MacBook. I can see, but it's fine. How many grams of carbs do you see?
Ooh, okay, hold on, let me look. Uh, 6.
6.
Yes.
Okay. How many grams of sugar do you see?
It was 5 added. It was 5 total.
So 5 grams of sugar.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many grams of fat do you see? And how many
0.
calories?
One pop is 25.
Okay. So based on what you just said, can you have it or no?
Maybe.
I don't know about
I'll,
maybe. Is it yes or no?
I think that I can have one pop.
Okay. Katisha, can she have it or no?
Yes.
You see how confident Katisha's saying it? Because Katisha's one of my greatest hard-headed clients of all time. She already know what she can do. She pushed all the limits. So, Bridget, you can have it. Period. Now, is it more ideal than something that has no added sugar? No. But if the net carb numbers is closer to what, then closer to what, you can have it. What is that?
Mm. If
Bridget.
the net carbs is closer to, I think it's 3.
Ashley, what is it?
Oh, it was 5.
5.
Okay.
You want the
5.
net carb numbers closer to 5 than closer to 15. If it's closer to 5 than 15, you can have it. Period. Don't have to ask for
Okay.
more questions. So, she's talking about good pops. And the reason why I made her say it
I'm
out
trying to
loud
find
is
it.
because I already knew. Because if I wasn't mistaken, I looked at good pops before and I seen the same thing she's seen. So instead of having good pops on an average, I would say to get outshine. Y'all seen these before?
Yes.
The outshines
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
got the whole totally different packs.
Let me look.
And I know y'all can't see this, but it says
Mm-hmm.
no sugar added. And
Mm-hmm.
this one has 6 grams of carbs, just like hers, but no grams of added sugar.
Okay.
Which means what? She can have one and be scared, and I can have about 2 to 3 and not be scared. Cheating smarter. We're not worried about the carbs. We're worried about the quality of the carb. Make sense? So if you get the better version, you can have it. So Outshines is my favorite type of popsicles if I'm gonna buy for the house. And every single night, sometimes, well, honestly, majority of the time, it be outside my window. It's not that deep. Because I know if you have about 2 of these around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and I don't allow that to trigger to me having more snacks, I'll be good. Okay? So experiment with that. Or the what's it called? Bombsicles. Y'all remember those popsicles? They got a no sugar one too. I don't know if a lot of people like those, but they got a sugar free version too. All right. Good pops are cool. It's just not the greatest for fat loss, but it is healthy. Let's put it like that. Okay? So have your good pops. Then next time, oh, by the way, they have a no added sugar one too, Bridget. So
Okay.
instead of you
Nice.
walking into a Whole Foods and expecting to leave out with something that you want, Google it. No sugar or sugar free good pops near me. That way, what you see is what you get, and they're only going to show you what's in their inventory right then and there. So you're not going to leave out empty handed. Okay?
Sounds
I
good.
never had the Knicks. I never find that whatever this Knicks thing y'all keep talking about.
You say you never had Nick's, Ashley? It's
Mm-hmm.
pretty good. It's the best ice cream you're going to get your hands on that actually tastes like ice cream that's low in calories. Halo Top, I hate that. Trash. Enlightened, pretty
Oh,
decent,
okay.
but it got a little bit more calories in it. So it's like it's kind of real ice cream. Nick's is like the perfect medium of if I wanted to go crazy, I can eat the whole thing, but I shouldn't on average. But it tastes good enough where I want to go crazy. So I gotta keep it
Mm.
cute. Halo Top, I can eat one scoop and I'm like, I never want this a day in my life. Okay?
Try the strawberry. Actually, the strawberry in the mix is really good.
Nicole, do not give her
Okay.
no ideas. Look, you see what I'm saying? I put her on, and
Oh, I
that's
got
me.
some. I got some 0 calorie whipped cream. I could
And
put
that's
some of
what I be
that in
doing
chocolate.
too. That I'll be hooking it up too. I'll get a cup.
It's
I'll put
cut
some
up
ice cream in there.
strawberries.
Put some whipped cream in there, and put just sometimes a tablespoon of some sugar-free chocolate chips. Boom, I'm happy. Lily's
Oh,
chocolate chips.
bang, bang, bang.
So I'm fat, y'all. I keep trying to tell y'all that. Like, I'm not out here just eating carrots and leaves all day long. I promise you, that's not the case over here. Okay. All right, but thank y'all for sharing. I kind of do want to open up the lines. If anybody got any questions, just in general, you can start asking now. So just unmute yourself and just start talking.
I got a question. So, will we have our two calls next week before the fourth to kind of mentally prepare for that?
Oh no, 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 yeah, that's definitely happening. 'Cause I already know y'all. Y'all gonna be in the streets. This is the most streets clients I ever had in my entire life. So yeah, we're doing two calls. And now, by the way, I got my MacBook back, so I got a brand new MacBook. So I'll be recording my calls all the time now. Again, like we used to. Okay? So thank you for asking. So I'll do definitely two calls Tuesday and Thursday next week. All right. Hey, you know what? I want to check up on one person. Then after that, we can end it early. I know it's Thursday. So Tamara, Miss Baldwin, how you doing?
You always say my name wrong. It's Tamara, but I'm
No, it's
doing good.
Tamara. No, it
No,
wasn't
you
you.
said
All
I'm
right, Tamara.
fine. After talking to you yesterday, I kind of got a grip of what I need to be eating when I break my fast.
Okay, no problem. So today, because we already had a conversation, what did you eat today?
I end up just going back to get the nuggets from Chick-fil-A because I got called into a meeting at work. So,
I was about to say we had that whole entire conversation.
but work didn't go as planned. So it's like, well, I didn't get the break like I thought I was gonna get.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'll
All right.
say that for another day.
All right. All right. So the reason why I called on her, ladies, because she was talking about Longhorn, and she told me how she likes the spinach dip, and she likes to have a steak or the Parmesan crusted chicken, and the sweet potato Caesar salad, right? So because Tamara is kind of new, I want her to hear this. Katisha, if you had the choice between spinach dip, Parmesan crusted chicken as your entree, or the ribeye as your entree, sweet potatoes as your entree, or Caesar salad as your side, sweet potato as your side, or your Caesar salad as a side, what combination would be the best in order for you to see the scale drop?
Um, so this the ribeye number one.
Okay,
And what was the
sweet
size?
potato or Caesar salad?
Sweet potato with nothing.
Okay, Tamara, what did I tell you to do?
You can have the cinnamon, just no butter, right? Yeah.
He told me to bring
Yeah,
my
like a
own cinnamon sugar. He said if I got the pretty much what she just said.
She's
If I
exact
got
thing that she said. Long story short,
yeah,
call a spade a
yeah.
spade.
No
So,
Caesar
and
salad.
here's the thing.
Yeah, no
Ten,
Caesar salad because of the dressing.
That's
Which I don't get the croutons anywhere. I really just the lettuce and the cheese, but because of the dressing, it was enough.
right,
That's
lettuce and
crazy.
cheese. So, and that's what I'm saying. If you cannot have a Caesar salad without no dressing, you don't like Caesar salad. You like dressing. Like, who the hell
My
just want
God, just
Parmesan cheese and lettuce in the bowl? Who's gonna order that? So, ladies, but I told her that she can get the sweet potato. But the reason why is because, once again, I got vets like Katisha and Ashley who already knows that sweet potato is not the issue. It's how black people hook up the sweet potato that is the issue. Okay? So when I go to Longhorn, I ask for the same sweet potato, but I ask for the cinnamon and sugar on the side. Butter
okay.
on the side. I
Right.
still put butter inside my sweet potato, but because I put it on the side, they're not just getting their own knife and slapping it all over everywhere. And because I said cinnamon and sugar on the side, now I get to control how much is being inside my sweet potato. So you can still use their stuff. I wasn't telling Tamara she got to bring her own cinnamon. That sounds crazy. But ask for it on the side so you're in control of your own fate. The sweet potato is not the biggest issue, but if you have a sweet potato with a Caesar salad, with a spinach dip, or your Parmesan crusted chicken, and then you're even thinking about having something man-made later, you're playing yourself. So if you're having a starch at your first meal, that's ideal because you want to have your starches earlier during the day if you're going to have it than later. But now you can't have enough of man-made.
right. But shouldn't it be the last thing that you eat of that first meal?
Ideally. Good job. So that's why I tell y'all to prioritize protein, which means what? If I'm at a table and we have some steak, some spinach dip from the appetizer, some, in my case, when I go to Longhorn, because you get two sides, I'm getting asparagus and the sweet potatoes. I'm going to eat some steak first. I'm going to eat some asparagus first, then sweet potatoes. Black people, sweet potatoes, asparagus, a little piece of ribeye. That's what we do. Okay? So that's what prioritized protein means. That doesn't mean you gotta be a carnivore. You can't eat nothing else but protein. That means every single time you see the protein come out, eat some of that first before you start digging in everything else. Because then if you keep that, you're gonna realize that I'm getting too full to even eat all of this sweet potato, but I'm satiated because I actually had some sweet potato.
Right.
That's it.
Need some wings too.
You get some wings too. That's why, yeah, the smoked wings is pretty good too. Okay? So that's why I like to fill up on protein, which means if I get an appetizer on average, it's gonna be wings, or it's gonna be, if I'm at a seafood or bougie spot, it's gonna be like the crab stuffed mushrooms, or it's gonna be like the oyster Rockefeller. Or if they just got veggies, I'm gonna get the Brussels sprouts. I don't care how they hook it up. You can't really go wrong with that. Yes, they might put some sauce in it, but it's still Brussels sprouts, y'all. That is better than fries. All right?
80-20.
80-20. All right, but y'all get it. So, I got my vets on this call, so that's pretty good. So, yeah, you know what, Tamara? Just so we can hear it before I end this call, how many nuggets did you order from Chick-fil-A?
24, a 12 count grilled and a 12 count
That's a
fried.
whole lot of nuggets, right? Why you
Too
order so many
many.
nuggets?
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Uh-huh.
Bless you.
But here's the
No.
thing. Did you finish all your nuggets in one sitting?
I did, but I didn't eat no more at all yesterday.
Exactly. That's why I do that, ladies. So front load your day. Because we start to have our cravings at night. But if you really pay attention, you only have cravings when you kind of ate things that you didn't really care for throughout the day. And they're small. So nip it in the bud soon, and then you're going to realize that when it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, you're going to be like, I want this ice cream, but I don't want it because I want it. I want it because I know it's there. I'd rather you be in that predicament versus you like, dang, I'm kind of hungry, and you start, scratching your head, and then you keep looking at that ice cream. Now it's looking at you, and now you looking at it like a snack because it is a snack. Then it's gone. You just killed it. You have to eat enough, and the thing that's gonna keep your hormones in check for that not to happen is gonna be protein. That's it. All right, y'all. All right. So other than that, if nobody got no other questions, the next call is gonna be Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So if you have a question, speak now, forever hold your peace.
Kale salad from Chick-fil-A.
What about it?
I don't know what dressing is on it, but it tastes so good.
Yeah,
Is
because it's
that
sweet. I know it tastes good.
mm,
But have you ever had that kale salad without the dressing?
no?
I know. 'Cause it don't taste that good.
You can ask for it like that, Trey?
Yeah, you can, but black
Oh
people we don't. We
shoot.
just so no matter what, y'all, you can ask for anything the way you want to prepare it at any restaurant. We just don't ask, right? Because now, Nicole, that's like us saying if you go to McDonald's right now, but you don't like onions on your burger, can you ask for no onions?
Yes.
I
So
guess
why you can't do
yeah.
that at Chick-fil-A?
Well,
When
I
you,
thought it automatically just that was
I thought
like
so. I mean,
yeah,
what if I have
that's
an
just a
allergy to the
part of
dressing
it.
and I just want a kale?
damn, you're right.
Okay, so I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna go ask for it.
Whatever,
No,
just
no,
yeah,
whatever dressing you put, no dressing,
Or
and
ask for it
or
on the
adding the
side.
okay.
on the side. Okay.
Okay? Because once again, they overdo dressings. So I
Yeah.
just dropped a video today about how to eat better at Chick-fil-A. Today.
Oh
Right?
wow. Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
And I literally showed that my favorite dressing from Chick-fil-A is avocado ranch.
I love the which one do I love? The apple cider vinegar. Oh my god.
Okay,
Upset.
that sounds pretty good. I've actually never had that before.
Oh god.
But the apple, the if you got a dressing from Chick-fil-A, that avocado ranch one by itself got 34 grams of fat. Now, let me ask you one question. How many times have we ever used one pack?
Never.
You know,
Let's be
one
honest.
little ramekin from Chick-fil-A Polynesian, shown on the video, is 13 grams of fat and 6 grams of carbs for one. How many times do you ever just leave out getting one?
Never.
So just off your sauces alone, you easily added about 500 calories, about 20 grams of carbs, and about 40 grams of fat. That's only if you get three. My ex-fat ass used to get 3 Chick-fil-A's, 3 Polynesians, and I used to do this.
Same.
But, I used to, I told you I used to be fat. So if you know better, you do better. Okay? So get the alternatives so you can use as much as you want. And they taste the same. You're just going to pay the premium on the price up front. Okay? All right. But in that, thank y'all for making this call, ladies. I have fun. And as you can see, I'm back. So all of these videos will be recorded. And have a good weekend. All right. I'll see you 4th of July weekend.